Irish, only 6 million. Russian, 150 million. I wanna fight with your chicken.
Who is the Messi of MMA? The world of MMA have witnessed hell of legendary fighters throughout the years. On one hand, we have Jon Jones with 26 win records.
We see here Jon times a beautiful takedown.
But on the other hand, how someone can forget George St. Pierre with the terrific record of 26 wins and just 2 losses.
Has done it! He is the new UFC middleweight champion!
Man. These fighters are in the books of MMA history as one of the best fighters of all time, and this legacy was then carried by fighters like Khabib with 0-loss record.
There's the tap! Still undisputed! Khabib Nurmagomedov!
And none other than the notorious Conor McGregor.
Oh man.
Until that.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
History has been made! Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion!
These all are great fighters, and in this video, we will discuss who is the Messi of MMA on the basis of astonished record, championship, and belts. So stick with us till the end of the video. Without any further ado, let's buckle up and jump right into the video. Well, on the basis of records, title, belts, and championship, undoubtedly an undebatable GOAT of MMA is Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is the Messi of MMA. Let's get into the debate of why Khabib is the GOAT of MMA. Well, Khabib Nurmagomedov is inarguably one of the greatest lightweight fighters to grace the UFC octagon. The former UFC lightweight champion has the undefeated 29-0 professional MMA record under his name. He also has one of the highest honors in MMA, the UFC Hall of Famer. He has one of the best wins-to-loss ratio, being undefeated his entire career. But it begs the question, why he was undefeated? Are 29 wins impressive if all of your opponents were vulnerable to your particular style? Well, how someone can forget the historic fight of Khabib and Conor. Khabib fought Conor, who's not the greatest grappler, meaning Khabib is a nightmare opponent for him, a hard counter. He took him down and submitted him with a neck crank. World has witnessed this historic win for Khabib. Well, he was entitled as the Eagle because he has wins over some of the most dominant forces in the sport, like Michael Johnson, Rafael dos Anjos, and Conor McGregor. The Eagle capped his maximum martial arts career by submitting a murderer's row of Conor McGregor in 4th round submit with a neck crank, Dustin Poirier in 3rd round submit with rear neck choke, and Justin Gaethje in a 2nd round submit with triangle choke, and it took him a round less each time. Khabib exited the octagon with a pristine record, having left his lightweight championship behind as the best fighter that the sport has ever seen. The unique style of Khabib Nurmagomedov is what makes him the Messi of MMA. Khabib's unique Sambo Jitsu style allows him to stand with fighters on the feet long enough to either tire them out or force them to throw a wild punch and leave just enough room for him to shoot for their legs. When Khabib got his opponent to the floor, he would wrap them up with his legs and maul them like an eagle. Before Khabib's immaculate work against the fence, we had never really seen a grappler use the cage to their advantage in such devastating fashion before. Khabib defends his lightweight championship title August 3rd, top UFC fighters. The first category that often comes up is the quality of his championship reign. Since winning the title in April 2018 with an unspectacular win over Ala Quinta, Nurmagomedov has defended it just twice. Those 3 defenses were impressive and just as importantly widely watched, as we know that his clash with Conor McGregor was the most successful pay-per-view event in UFC history, while his win over Dustin Poirier in Abu Dhabi is rumored to have hit the 7-figure buy mark, and with the best player of UFC, Justin Gaethje. Also, Khabib topped the list of P4P like no other MMA fighter. After Khabib beat Justin Gaethje in his last fight, Khabib topped the P4P list in the UFC, and subsequently retired at the top of his game as champion and as P4P number 1. None of his opponents like Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje topped the P4P list. Let's talk about the Khabib Nurmagomedov comparison with the other legendary MMA fighters. In MMA, you will seldom see a fighter with more wins and losses. Barboza, Johnson, Rafael dos Anjos, and Gleison Tibau were excellent fighters, but regardless of how dominant Nurmagomedov was in these fights, they all lacked cachet at the time. Khabib's dominance over his opponent is unparalleled. Heck, could one even argue that Nurmagomedov's in-cage dominance is more pronounced than that of Mighty Mouse? Well, Johnson can't beat the dominance of Khabib in the cage. Combining the use of tactics along with his strong mental pressure shows the dominance of Khabib's skill set. In comparison to even the top-tier UFC fighter, and his glorious record make him the GOAT of MMA. The two factors that weigh most heavily in favor of Nurmagomedov are the eye test and, of course, that glossy record. This is why Khabib is the GOAT of MMA. As impressive as Nurmagomedov's wrestling is, it's arguably the most powerful tool in the history of combat sports. What do you guys think about the GOAT of MMA? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Well, if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching.